At a time when we still have millions of working class Americans who are struggling because of major increases of unemployment and job insecurity due to the pandemic, Senator Schumer and Speaker Pelosi are currently demanding that Congress provide massive tax breaks for the rich. Namely, they want to repeal the limitations on the deduction for state and local income taxes. According to one study, 62% of the benefits of repealing that cap would go to the richest 1%, and 86% would go to the richest 5%. Repealing that $10,000 cap on the deduction for state and local taxes would result in a windfall for the richest 1% of more than $38,000. Professor Spriggs, given that 98% of the benefits of repealing the cap on state and local income tax deduction would go to the richest 20% of Americans, do you believe that Congress should include a repeal of that cap in any virus legislation that might pass?
Yes, Senator, I think Congress should. Some things that benefit the rich don't trickle down. This is an instance where the philosophy of state and local government comes into play. State and local governments often benefit those high-income families by not taxing them. The ability of state and local governments to raise taxes is threatened by this inability, and removing that lets state and local governments tax more efficiently. And so it may appear that they get a benefit, but it's on the other end that the rest of us benefit from higher revenues and higher investment in state and local government.
How many AFL-CIO members do you think are affected by the $10,000 cap on state and local taxes?
Well, our largest affiliate is Asthma, those state and local workers who depend on having state and local governments have adequate revenues to make the investments that are necessary to sustain our local governments.
But how many?
So they benefit directly because in those states that have very low tax rates, there aren't the resources to maintain proper public services and end up with lower investments. So our teachers, who are members of the American Federation of Teachers, depend highly on state and local governments making the proper investments. That takes revenue, and that means you have to be able to tax people in your community. So it removes a federal tax burden, but it allows state and local governments to put the tax where it needs to be.
How many AFL-CIO members on their own income tax returns are hurt by the $10,000 cap on the deduction for state and local taxes in your estimate?
I apologize, I can't give you the precise number, but in New York State, which is our largest ASME affiliate, a large share of them do in fact get hit by that because with overtime, there are members of some of the affiliates who aren't able to make the deduction. They some of them are high income workers.
Okay, so your position then is that Congress should repeal the cap on the deduction for state and local income taxes, which disproportionately benefits the rich, in any virus relief bill, so states and municipalities can raise taxes on their own citizens. Is that correct?
So that they can have progressive tax regimes, because otherwise it puts more pressure on taxes to be collected from those who are low income and middle income. That's the problem. So it's a shift in tax incident towards our members. Our members pay higher taxes because those at the high end don't pay the taxes that they should at the state and local level. State and local level taxes tend to be very regressive. This provision allows for greater progressivity at the state and local level.
Thank you, Professor. I think that was an illuminating conversation. Go back my time.